There's this guy. You guys may know him. You guys may not. He owns the New England Patriots. They just won a Super Bowl, coming off a big win, and he was trying to get a big win.
Yep.
What happened, bro?
He went to go get a massage.
A massage.
All right? So he went to this massage place.
A massage place.
But eventually he got a massage.
A massage.
In another place.
Let's just say it wasn't such a happy ending.
It was a sad beginning.
It was a sad beginning.
Alright guys, so for today's video we have a car enthusiast on Millennial Mindset episode number 4. So please welcome Mr. Brent Jeworski.
This is Brent.
Hi, I'm Brent.
He's Brent.
Sure.
So Brent, first thing we got for you is, what kind of car do you have?
2001 E55 AMG.
You were just caught doing donuts a few days ago, weren't you? A few weeks ago, actually.
Yes.
Yes. And you're not denying it.
I'm not.
Okay, we're going with that. So insert video of the donuts.
So hey, have you guys ever wondered why are they called donuts and not bagels? I mean, they're the same shape. You know what I'm saying?
I've never thought about that.
You never thought about that?
I've never thought to myself, why is this not called a bagel?
Just a thought. Just
Yeah,
a
we
thought.
start calling them bagels. Insert video of the bagels. So first off, what do you guys think about the new California law? Like the exhaust law?
What's
Well,
that?
honestly,
Let us know what it is.
What do you mean what's that?
Honestly,
What do
Okay,
you
so
mean?
basically,
Bro,
like,
I don't even drive. I don't
If you
even have a
have,
car.
okay, so in California,
Hey, my bike. I live
basically California came out with this new exhaust law that if you have any type of like modified exhaust, no muffler, no resonator, any type of that, you get a huge fine, $1,000 fine, and I
I'm
believe you get-
gonna come out and say this. It's not a new law.
It's not a new
the
law.
same law as before. It's just that now you
now
have
you have
a
a
fix-it
$1,000
ticket. Now it's $1,000.
Now-
See, that's why we have
Back.
Brent here, because he knows a bunch of illegal
See, but the
stuff.
same.
So,
Yeah.
Well, I gotta know.
okay, yeah, because you know his car's not so illegal. But it's okay, we don't talk about that. So like, so what do you guys think about that? Like, do you think it's unfair, or is
I
it
don't-
like, is it fine? Because I mean, we're car enthusiasts, so obviously we don't really like it, but maybe to like the normal person, like, what do you think about it?
You know what I think? I don't got enough money. I don't got enough money.
I'm broke, nigga, I'm broke!
See, but for me, I just think it doesn't really matter because with the fix-it ticket, cops didn't really care.
Okay.
They would only give you that fix-it ticket if they were pulling you over for speeding
Yeah, I
or
think
something.
I think
else.
cops are doing it now just so like a sort of like, it's almost like a title in a sense. Like the more people you
Also,
get,
it's just bringing them in a bunch of money because
Yeah,
so many
exactly.
people in LA in this region have.
so instead
that
of like going to like fight crime, I mean I may be wrong on this. You guys maybe think that I'm like being unfair or whatever, but instead of like going and doing something that actually matters to the community, they're like busting us for these type of things, right?
Well, I mean,
just
it's
for
because
monetary aspects.
they're going after the people who are doing these takeovers on like streets and
Yeah.
stuff, where they close down the streets with their cars and then they do like donuts and stuff. They're the reason that we have to deal with this new law, or I guess old law with new
With
things
new
added.
infractions on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So basically, if you get caught with any type of modified exhaust, it's $1,000 fine. Whereas before, it used to only be like $50, right? $50 to $100.
Yeah.
It was a
You-
lesser
I mean,
infraction.
You still have to get your exhaust fixed.
Yeah.
And that was annoying.
And you get a state ref now, so you have to go and get checked, and you have to like re-smog your car.
Yeah.
It's just it's a whole process that didn't exist before.
So I think it's complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to use profanity?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright,
It's
yeah.
fine.
I think it's bullshit.
Okay. Well, that's what we think about it. Alex thinks it's like he doesn't have enough money for that,
Don't
so
have enough money.
he don't see no use about that.
Don't have no money for a car.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, well, we're saying like if you did have a car.
If I did have a car,
Yeah, like would you care about it or not?
don't know, Cap. If I did have a car, be whipping in a Honda Fit,
Alright,
Oh,
Honda Fit.
maybe a Honda Civic. I don't know.
Straight pipe
Definitely-
Honda Fit.
Definitely a Honda. Definitely a Honda.
Next thing. Alright, so how did you get into cars? Like, what was the first thing that got you into cars?
Hot Wheels. I'm betting on
Not
Hot Wheels. My
Hot
money's
Wheels.
on Hot Wheels.
The Hot Wheels?
Hot Wheels.
I mean, I guess that could be a part of it.
Okay.
But no, it was mostly my brother.
Okay.
And it all started, I guess, with my grandpa, actually. He knew nothing about cars, but he gave us this 1998 E320 Mercedes. And basically my brother just started doing ricey modifications to it, like blacking out the wheels and stuff like that. But once he started doing that, he found it fun, so then he actually started doing research on these cars and realized there's an AMG version of them. So then he went out, saved his money, bought this AMG version, and then he started doing just crazy modifications, long tube headers, new exhaust system, cutouts, tunes, all that type of stuff. And then that's when
So how old were you at that point?
I was like 8 or 9.
Okay.
Yeah. So then he just started showing me what's going on, and then these AMGs are going for insanely cheap at the moment. So then I picked myself up.
Yeah, you just got one when you were like 15, right?
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. I think I remember you saying you bought 2 cars before you even had your license.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a funny story. I bought the first one, and the engine had sludge in it.
What's that?
It's when oil sits for so long that it becomes like a sludge.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like you can't use it.
Yeah, it's just like a very thick thing.
Okay.
So what you have to do is you have to take Marvel's Mystery Oil.
Okay.
Not sponsored.
Okay. I wish.
And you put it into the engine. It basically clears out all of the sludge. And so I had my brother drive it because I didn't have my license at the time. And one day he was making a turn, and some guy just decided to T-bone him and total the car.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Now you've actually had pretty bad experiences with crashing cars, right?
Yeah.
I think every single car you've owned has been crashed.
Yes.
That's pretty sad. And you've owned like 4 or 5 cars? So those 2 when you were 15?
I've owned 4 Mercedes, and I have a year Quattro as well.
An 83
That's
Quattro.
83.
That one hasn't been, the 83 Quattro.
That's still in the middle of being rebuilt.
It's like a gem, right? So tell us a little bit about that story.
That one.
That hasn't been crashed, by the way.
That one has not been. No, actually.
Yeah, luckily.
It has been crashed.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But not in your ownership.
Yes. In my ownership.
Damn.
Yes. We'll get to that story after I explain how I got the car.
Okay.
So basically, I was walking my dog up in San Francisco in Los Altos Hills. Just doing my normal thing. And I saw this white car parked underneath about 3 inches of dirt, underneath a tree.
You measured it like 3 inches?
It was like that much.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Just on top of the car. And then I saw on the side of the car the Audi symbols, you know what I mean? And then I sort of saw like the built-in wide body, and I was like, wow, like that looks pretty cool. So then I got closer and I was like, holy shit, this is the Euro Quattro.
Yeah.
So then I go and knock on the lady's door, and I was like, hey, sell me your car. You know what I mean? And she's like, long story short, she was basically like, no, like I don't want you to be like concentrate on this car instead of school, blah, blah, blah. So then I go home, and one day I get a phone call from my grandma who knew the lady and said she's in the hospital with stage 4 lung cancer.
Dang.
And she wants to give you the car as like her last wish to rebuild it in her name. So I bought the car, I believe, for $500. And
$500.
yeah, and so then we towed it home. That's basically how we got the car.
So basically, you bought the car that was in a ditch almost for $500.
It was sitting for 14 years.
14 years. Okay, so basically your lifetime almost.
Yeah.
Under a tree, for $500, and now you've cleaned it up. We'll insert a picture of what it looks like now. The current build. And you're planning on, I don't know if you're planning on selling it or keeping it, but whatever. But the current market value for those type of cars, if you were to sell it right now, is like what?
Well, on ours, it would probably be around 30 grand.
So
because
like 30
it's not like perfect. But if we were to fully rebuild it, it'd be worth around 50 grand.
So 50 grand. So you basically made like anywhere from 30 to 50 grand off of a $500 investment.
Yeah. So,
way to go, 15-year-old Brent.
Yeah, so that was a pretty good purchase.
That's nice. All right, cool.
And then it was crashed.
Oh my God! Wow!
So now we go into that story.
Okay, so how did it crash?
So we bought new ball joints for it, but since it's such an old car and it's such a rare car, nobody sells ball joints for it. So we're like, oh, like the ball. All right, so the ball joints. We thought they would fit off of the '93 four-door version of the car, or not like the same car, but like it has the same engine, basically the same setup.
Right.
We were wrong. And so we had to drill another hole into the control arm to make it so the ball joint fits. And we were taking it on a canyon run because why not?
Yeah.
We have our R888s on there, you know, and so this thing grips like nothing else. So we were in the middle of a turn, and there was a loud like pop, you know what I mean? And then the wheel. Basically the same thing that happened to my car. The wheel went flying back and hit the inside of the fender, and the wheels came to like a stop. So then the car sort of like got thrown to the side, but we didn't crash into anything. But like the bottom of the car wasn't very happy.
Damn. So basically, every single car you owned has been hurt somehow by you. Brent's a carpenter, okay? You never drive my car. Okay.
I wouldn't say by me, I would say by my bad luck.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it all started when I hit that man on a bicycle.
What?
What?
Okay, so next thing. So what's your dream car? If you had to pick one car out on the market right now, or like in the next 3 years. So it could be up until 2022. Or previous cars too. Like, what's your dream car? You can have just one.
I would say your Quattro.
Seriously?
But I already have one, so I won't say that.
Oh,
but
my bad.
Okay. That was one of my dream cars for a really long time, and then I just happened to get it when I was 16, which is just insanely lucky.
Yeah.
And then right now, it would probably be an original Gullwing Mercedes.
Okay. Oh yeah, those are nice. The 300 SL? Okay. Yeah, they're super expensive too.
Yeah.
So both of you guys have Mercedes? Why do people like them so much?
I think I don't know about yours, but like, they're super reliable, the ones that I have.
They're reliable.
They're really reliable.
Reliability?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's really expensive.
My car's at 222,000 miles, and it's never ran better.
Yeah, so. It's super cool. It's a super cool car. Well, I have a 2009 Mercedes C63. That car is freaking amazing too. So we always go like on drives together. They're super fun cars. There's a lot of people at least in Southern California that have them. So they're such a cool car.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I haven't had a car yet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What's
you got a bike though?
Got a bike. Got a bike.
Supercharge your bike.
Ooh.
You put
the little card in the spokes.
So next thing, what new car releases are you most excited about? Because today, at least in 2019, there's been a bunch of new cars coming out. Well, I think every year there's a bunch of cool cars, but I feel like it's revolutionary. We have BMW engines going into Toyotas. We have twin turbos being upgraded more in Mercedes, which I don't like.
I'm not a fan. I like my naturally aspirated. You know?
Naturally aspirated sounds so much better.
Hold on.
We're probably biased.
What's a twin turbo? What? What's a twin turbo?
So you know how you have one turbo.
No. Start off with the turbo.
What's a turbo?
So a turbo is a little turbine inside like a
spools up with air.
And then it shoots air into your engine.
So then it's
better. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So then it's just
it adds more power basically.
Alright.
And when you have two of them, you have more of that, so it's extra power.
Same thing with a supercharger, except a supercharger goes with
basically,
and there's two giant things like this, which sucks it.
Right.
Alright.
So what Mercedes has been doing very recently, and a lot of car companies, they've been switching to like Ferrari. Even Lamborghini is going to start coming out with twin turbo engines. Well, they already did with the Urus, with the Lamborghini Urus. So a lot of platforms are switching to a V8 engine or V10, V12, doesn't matter, and they're twin turbo engines.
I think if you have a V8, you shouldn't twin turbo it, or
but
you should
they're
naturally aspirate because that's when they sound the best.
Right, and I think one reason is it like better fuel economy or like what is it?
Yeah, no, it is better fuel economy, and it's there's a lot of things that just make it better.
It's better regulation, less carbon emissions, stuff like that. So companies are basically doing it to, at the same time, add more power, and sort of stick to regulations a little bit more. Regulations that are becoming ever more strict from the state, from the federal law, and whatever. So what this is doing though is that it's ruining sound to my extent. Like I think it's really ruining sound. Like it's not as raw anymore.
Exactly.
You don't really hear like that big like.
And people are getting
Mercedes.
the blow off valves, so then all you hear is the psst, and it's like, all right, we get it. You have a turbo, no one cares.
But like everybody has those now, and it's so annoying. So
Jeff Mendoza, that goes to you.
oh, that's a roast.
All right, so car enthusiasts, they like the sound of cars, right?
Yeah.
Why do they like it so much? Like, what about it?
I think it's almost like a measure of like
How big your dick is?
Yeah,
Pretty
exactly.
much, yeah.
Like the cooler your car
The
sounds,
smaller
like.
your dick, the louder your car has to be.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, I never thought about it that way. That makes sense.
So basically what I'm trying to say is I just
Yeah.
It's fine.
So the guy with the
He
loudest,
exposed himself there.
so the guy with the loudest car is basically like the coolest guy there, or what?
Well, no, it's not
It
a matter.
depends,
It's
like-
not a matter of being cool. It's just a matter of expressing yourself.
Yeah, like if you have like there's different types of people. Like there's those people that really like to show off and like to have the loudest car there, maybe like a Honda Civic, and there's those people who have like a Ford GT, super naturally like loud car, but it doesn't matter because you have a $400,000, $500,000 car. So it all depends. Like it really depends on the person too. Like you can have a Prius and you could feel just as cool as the guy with the GT.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it all depends on the person.
It's just something about having a loud car that's sort of like, damn, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's
Okay.
cool.
I mean,
It's like an intimidation factor.
Yeah.
also
Like,
when you hear a loud car, your head goes towards the noise.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
I
So
gotcha.
people look at your car more.
Yeah.
So
it brings you a little bit more attention.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Okay.
an attention grabber. Type
Alright,
of thing,
alright.
You know.
And like when you're racing, you like just put
Well,
it
I
on.
mean, that's another thing. Like you could have the loudest car, but then you could also have the slowest car there.
Looking
So
at
like,
those Honda Civic owners out
yeah.
there.
I'm gay. I'm gay.
Yeah, so basically that's why. Like it's almost like a measure of how big your thing is, right? Then going on to the car releases that you're most excited about. Like what are some of them?
Honestly, the Toyota Supra.
I don't like it.
No, I agree. But
I
I'm
agree.
actually sort of excited about it just because it's a good car, alright? It is a good car. It's just the issue is they called it a Supra. If
Yeah.
they hadn't have called it a Supra and they had renamed it something else, it would have been a fine car.
That's facts. Big blue bills in the bank, let's chat.
I'm sure it would have done better than it did, and it would have done. It would have just done that better.
Yeah.
And because the Supra has such an idolized name, when you put it on something that has a BMW engine in it, and the original Supra had a 2JZ, which is one of the most iconic engines ever.
And it's so restricted now.
Exactly. It just screws with everything.
Like if you know the typical Toyota Supra that everybody idolizes, we'll insert a video of what it sounds like, what it looks like. It's such a cool car. Like it has very significant with the 2JZ engine,
Yeah.
the pa pa pa, the exhaust note, right?
I just think they should have released it as the BMW Z4, like
That's
everyone
true.
else is saying, because
Yeah.
it literally is a BMW Z4.
Yeah.
It's the engine the BMW would have used. It's the body style BMW would have
Yeah.
used. So it's
I think they ruined that platform for this year. They
Exactly.
gotta because they had like a concept version that looked so cool. It looked like a Lexus LFA.
Yeah.
Once heard that too, and now they just came out with this like upgraded BMW, like how you were saying. And
yeah.
it's
But
just
going back to it,
wow.
I am still excited for it because the handling theoretically should be insanely good,
Okay.
and the car itself should be really good.
Okay.
It's just they screwed up the whole naming of it and the reputation.
Okay. Cool. So like, what car are you most
Also-
excited about?
The GT63.
GT63,
And honestly,
the 4-door one.
The 4-door one, yeah.
Okay.
The main reason is for the new monoblocks that are coming on it. I'm a
Oh, it has
fan.
monoblocks on it?
Oh yeah, dude.
I personally don't like them. Brent
Oh,
likes
get
them.
out of here.
But
dude.
What's a
Don't worry
monoblock?
about it.
It's like
You
a-
know the wheel on my car?
we'll insert a picture in here.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So next thing we want to talk about, what car are you getting next? Like what if you crash this one again? Which one are you getting next?
I'm not. First of all, I'm not planning on crashing this.
Okay, okay, but like if you had to get rid of your car, like which one would be like, okay, I'm serious, like I'm gonna buy a new car, like what's gonna be the next one?
Probably an E39 M5. So same year as my car.
The V8 one?
Yeah.
Okay, I
but
love
just the one made by BMW because that's the competitor to my car. You know? It's
Okay.
not gonna have my E55 and the E39. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And I can see
Sick.
for myself why. they're
Okay.
different, you know?
Nice.
But the issue with what I just said earlier, where I'm not planning on crashing my car, right before I crashed this car a couple weeks ago, I was telling my friend I'm not going to crash this car. I'm making it avoid.
He always jinxes it.
So now when I get in my car later, I'm going to crash it. That's basically what's going to
And
happen.
now you jinxed it again.
Dude, it's
Ruining your life.
As a car enthusiast, what do you guys think about Tesla? Would you guys drive a Tesla? Or
I mean, they're cool cars.
Yeah, they're really
I
cool.
wouldn't drive one.
you wouldn't? No, why not?
Well, I mean, because they have the acceleration. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh my god,
Okay,
they're
but
so
like,
fast.
have you driven one?
No.
Okay.
But they're
So
so
you're
fast.
biased.
No, I am biased. Yeah,
Okay.
they're so fast. You know, blah 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 blah. But the issue is top speed wise, they're not fast because batteries they don't have the power to get to top speeds. They only have a fast acceleration. And if you want a fast acceleration, look at the E63S wagon that accelerates 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. In between,
I
3.2
guess,
and
but you're
3.6
comparing like a
seconds.
$150,000 car to like a.
It's like a $120,000 car.
No, you can get a Tesla Model S, a used one, for like $70,000.
Okay, well yes, a used one, but I'm talking about brand new.
Okay.
Because no one's gonna buy a Tesla used.
I would.
I mean, I would.
I ain't got money.
Yeah.
I ain't got money.
Dude, I wouldn't buy one used. I don't
Okay.
trust Teslas being used.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Because the batteries will go out because it's all new technology. So
Right.
you have no idea how long the batteries are gonna last. You have no idea how long the motor is gonna last.
Yeah.
And it's all so modern that everything is so expensive to replace. Imagine getting another 18 batteries for your Tesla. That must
Yeah.
be so expensive.
18
I don't know.
AA batteries. No, yeah, I agree. Like they're really cool looking cars. I've actually been in the new Model 3. My uncle just got one. But
I've been in
he
that. I
has-
just haven't.
Yeah,
driven it.
he has like the optional white seats because they don't come like that.
Yeah.
Like you have to pay extra to get those. No,
You know what I
missing-
don't like about Tesla is the fact that they were like, oh, the Model 3 is going to be $30,000.
Yeah.
It's going to be this great cheap
35,000.
Tesla. You know what I mean?
Well, they just came out with them this year.
yeah,
like
but
very
then
recently.
then the issue is they decided that they're not going to sell any base model Tesla. So if you buy a Model 3, you have to buy an upper class one.
Yeah, you have
so
to
then,
buy-
So then the price tag's $60,000. And
I
so
think
basically
I
they
think the
lied.
least
To,
one is like 43 grand or something like that.
yeah, but that's
So they lied,
I'm
yeah.
I'm talking about buying, and they still lied at that point as well.
Yeah.
Because they promised these people a $35,000 car, and now it's $43,000 to $60,000.
Yeah.
That's just like
Yeah, their base one right now is like 43.
exactly. So that's it. I
Yeah,
just
I
think
agree.
it's a bad.
It's
deal.
too much money for that type of car.
Exactly.
All right. So, what do you think about Fast and the Furious?
I think.
enthusiast,
Honestly, it's a good question
Yeah.
because those movies are like, oh, like every car enthusiast loves them, blah blah
Right.
blah. But the thing is the original ones are good
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's all about
Yeah.
the cars, it's all about the mechanics. Basically, it's a car movie. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
These modern ones that are coming out, it's all about like
Like
guns
drama.
and
Yeah.
cars jumping out of airplanes. And all this stuff, and it's like, all right, we get it. You can do that because you're a movie maker, but like, show us like why these cars are so fast. You know what I mean? Show us what you do to the cars. You know,
Right.
that's what Fast and Furious was, and then they changed it into this
This Hollywoodized.
crazy. Yeah, exactly.
All right. If you could race Vin Diesel or Paul Walker, which one are you racing?
Probably do Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel?
Nah, Paul Walker.
Why?
Because Paul Walker is dope. He actually he was a car enthusiast himself. You know what I mean? Like he was a pure car enthusiast. He was like a crazy good guy. You know what I mean? He
Right.
donated a bunch of money to everybody. He had his whole car collection. He knew everything you could know about cars. You know what I mean? And then his friend kills him. So him.
Okay.
He's just better in my opinion.
Why Vin Diesel?
Because I feel like Vin Diesel's like this, like the king guy, right? Of the
Right.
picture. He's like number one. So like, I feel if you
Nah,
beat him,
Paul
you-
Walker was not.
Nah, like if you beat Vin Diesel, like you beat like everybody basically.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Paul Walker was. He was a people
Like that no look,
He was
bro.
a
I would
people's
just pass
champion.
him on the no look like that. You know, like have you seen that scene where he's like,
Oh, I seen that. Bro, would you ever do that?
Do what?
The no look, like
Yeah.
you see?
Yeah,
That's
for sure,
bad.
dude.
Oh
fly
yeah.
off a mountain.
Knowing me, yes, I would fly off about it. I'm not surprised.
So, if you guys want to learn how to make There you go, $50,000 profit. You guys should follow Brent Jeworski on Instagram.
Yeah, go buy yourself a year quattro for $500.
Buy his course today.
On how to buy a cheap year quattro.
No, so there's Brent Jeworski for you, car enthusiasts of the day. Thank you guys for watching another episode of
Millennial Mindset.